with some news in the boxing world. So you know the deal. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, ladies and gents, the Vladimir Klitschko Anthony Joshua fight went on sale not too long ago. They have sold 50,000 tickets already, right? From the first batch, 50,000 are gone, which tells you or tells us that there is a massive interest in this fight, right? 50,000 is already some stadiums. Now, they're going to put the second batch out sometime mid-January or early January, and they have a lofty goal. They're trying to sell 90,000 to 100,000 tickets. Hey, whatever. It seems that the interest is going to be there, and they're going to get their goal, right? And this is a huge fight, and I'm kind of happy because of the simple fact that not so much Joshua, that's a young lion, but Vladimir going on his way out, that there's still people that are knowledgeable and are saying, hey, you know what? I don't know what's going on now, but this name is the name I've been hearing for the last 10 to 12 years. So respect on that. And he's just in people's consciousness. He's going to have to be knocked off the throne more dynamically than what would happen with him and Tyson Fury. So it's good to see that those tickets are selling. I kind of knew it was going to be this way, you know. So it's good to see. Let's see what happens. Now, me personally, I still don't think the fight's going to happen. You know, things happen in between these training camps. And, you know, like I said in another video, we saw fights that didn't happen last year and a whole heap of them. So why should this be any different? The hype will raise as we get closer to the fight. Right now, it's just things, you know, you got to get that out there with so many tickets being sold, right? And, you know, his brother even said, look, if the fight happens, if my brother's focused, you know, he said Anthony Joshua doesn't have a chance. Now, that's not what the mass public thinks. The public thinks that Anthony Joshua is the clear favorite here. He's a 2-to-1 favorite. I don't really know. You know, this is kind of hard to pick, you know, experience versus the young lion with the aura right now. You know, I'll probably be judging this fight when it gets closer to how to see what the mindset is, how the training camps went, and holler back at y'all about that. But it's going to be interesting nevertheless. Now, an interesting point for me is what I like to tell you guys is I can't remember me ever going for Vladimir Klitschko in a fight. I've pretty much always been against him winning because something I always say is if you're indifferent about something, a sporting event, a fight, or whatever, then you kind of gravitate automatically to the underdog. This man just has never been an underdog. So I was always kind of going for the other guy to, you know, show, hey, wait, you know, some other guy, the small guy, he can get him, you know. And that's a drastic change in this fight. That's different. I'm going definitely for Vladimir. I would hope that he would win because he would just shake up the boxing world and remind them, hey, experience. And just because that fight I had with Tyson Fury, I could have a bad night. I can have a bad night just like anybody else has. So I'm going for him. I'm going for the old guy to show that he can still hang because it would definitely shock the world a little bit. He's the underdog, so that's what I'm going for. But like I said, I've never done that before. Never went for Vladimir because Vladimir and them boys, you know, when is the last time you saw a fat picture of these guys between fights? Either one of them, right? Discipline. That's what it is. And the other guys coming to the fights at the weigh-in, fat, you know? So it's a lot of discipline here. You know, that's what went down. They were intelligent, but they were intelligent enough to have the discipline even between fights. And some of the legends are like that. If it be Bernard Hopkins or Mayweather, you know, these kind of guys, they're not fat in between fights. So they have that too. And but whatever. I would always go for Vitaly unless he fought Lennox Lewis. But I didn't never go for Vladimir. I can't remember. So this is a premiere for me. I'm definitely going for Vladimir. Now, some other good news, right? Some other good news is the WBA has made Luis Ortiz the mandatory for the winner of this fight. That's good news because that means it's good fight after good fight, at least hypothetically. We know that it's already so many sanctioning bodies that everybody's going to put a mandatory somewhere, and you can't do it all. And if it was really in the interest of the people or of the interest of the sanctioning bodies, we were so close to having one championship not too long ago. We were very close to it. Vladimir had the titles. If Tyson Fury, he lost to Tyson Fury, boom, leave Tyson Fury alone, let him beat up Vladimir again, and then you got the winner of that fight Deontay Wilder, and you have one champion. But no, IBF comes in there and says, hey, no, you have to fight Glazkov instead of letting Tyson Fury fight Vladimir. So they stripped him of the title. It's always complicated, but that's basically what happened. So now the titles are all over the place. So I don't see us having one champion for a while, another 12, 18 months for everything to go. And that's if everything goes perfectly, that best case scenario thing. So I don't see that happening. But anyway, back to the fight. They sold 50,000 tickets, and Luis Ortiz is the mandatory for the WBA. That's all good news. We don't know what's up. Now, one other thing I would like to note is now Eddie Hearn getting Luis Ortiz's profile a little bit higher before that fight with Joshua, if he were to win, would occur. Meaning you're probably gonna have to sacrifice somebody, probably Dillian White or something, to get him a decent fight up in there, or beg David Hayter to fight him, or something like that. Then that Joshua fight is massive against the winner of that. I don't really know how that's going to happen, but you can't just let Luis Ortiz at his age stand on the sidelines, hoping to be the mandatory, and just be waiting. Right? That's not how you raise his profile, but I am not telling Eddie Hearn anything he doesn't know. Man seems to know what he's doing. He's one of the hot promoters right about now. So, guys, that's the news. So you heard it here. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.